Today, we will talk about gaming giants, Japanese franchises in the US, Tokyo. Video game giants are increasing their earning power thanks to the strategy of developing established titles into long-selling software, boosted by demand from people staying home due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The companies have added new features to familiar titles to encourage people to play them over a longer time. The past business model, in which earnings hinged on whether a company was blessed with a hit title in a particular year, is changing. Nintendo Co.'s Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game was released 5 years ago for the Nintendo Switch home video game console, but it continues to enjoy good sales even now. According to gaming magazine Famitsu, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe ranked 4th in the latest nationwide monthly video game sales ranking. Its cumulative worldwide sales reached 45.33 million units as of March, making it the all-time top-selling Switch title. Older versions of Capcom Co.'s Resident Evil series, called Biohazard in Japan, are also enjoying strong sales. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, released in 2017, has sold more than 1 million units annually. Its cumulative sales have surpassed 10 million units. Capcom president Haruhiro Tsujimoto said the company's ability to sell its mainstay titles over a long period of time supports its stable growth. Keep players from getting bored. A major reason for older titles' continuous good sales is the shift from brick-and-mortar retail to downloading. Games sold directly online are less susceptible to the strategies of mass retailers, which tend to emphasize new releases. Software developers also can encourage people to experience the world of a particular popular series by offering older titles at a significantly reduced price, thus cultivating new fans of the series who will be motivated to purchase newer titles as well. Marketing strategies that use downloading have also proved successful, as companies are able to add new characters or scenarios for a fee after the original release of the software. This has made it possible, as a source in the game industry put it, to make money many times over with a single title. Nintendo regularly releases software for in-game seasonal events in Atsumer Dobutsu no Mori, Animal Crossing, New Horizon, which became a social phenomenon after its release in March 2020. Last autumn, the game underwent a major update to make it easier to play. The game's long-lasting popularity is supported by what Nintendo's public relations department called ingenuity to keep players from getting bored. Concerns of rut. The company's ability to reduce manufacturing and transportation costs has also contributed to their improved earning strength. Koei Tecmo Holdings Co., known for titles such as the Sengokushi, Romance of the Three Kingdoms game series, reported a ratio of operating profit to net sales of nearly 50% in the business year that ended in March. Operating profit accounted for more than 30% of net sales at both Nintendo and Capcom. Koei Tecmo Holdings Co. Executive Vice President Hisashi Koinuma said sales of both new and old titles contributed to the company's growth. There is concern that a strategy relying on old hit titles may lead companies into a rut, as funds and human resources are not allocated to the development of new titles. Katsuhiko Hayashi, representative of Famitsu Group, said owning many popular series is an advantage of Japan's software giants. However, they need to constantly develop new software, as there is no guarantee that popular titles will always continue to sell well. Video games are one of the most celebrated forms of Japanese media culture. It has been one of the biggest exports of the country, with companies like Nintendo, Sega, and Sony PlayStation leading the way. What set these Japanese video games apart from their Western counterparts were largely aesthetics, like the art, the visuals, the graphics, and the sounds. Think of a game like Pac-Man. How can such a simple game manage to capture the attention of so many people? It makes you think about the artistry in game mechanics. There was a time when 25 years ago, Japan controlled 50% of the video game market. Today, its share is under 10%. Back in the 80s, the industry was dominated by arcade games. That was a time when Japan truly dominated the scene, with Sega being the undisputed leader. In the 2000s, the market changed. Console games started gaining popularity. Many American and European developers found their footing. And with the advent of Microsoft joining the business with Xbox, Japan's influence on the gaming world dipped. The entry of Microsoft into the gaming world is important for various reasons. It was Windows-based. Developers of computer games could easily develop games in languages that they understood. In the early zeros, there was a rising interest in online video games, which could be played on PCs or mobile phones. And with this, we had a new entrant dominate the gaming scene, South Korea. And eventually, it led to the rise of the next new phenomenon, EE Sports. It started in Korea, but it is huge everywhere now. It is the fastest growing sector in the gaming industry. Many of the big studios are investing serious money in these free-to-play games. However, the mobile gaming industry is dominated by the Chinese. They have been able to converge the power of the internet with gaming. With half of their population playing mobile-based video games, they are by far the biggest market for mobile-based video games. The entire concept of paying to win found its origin through these innovative in-game monetization models. According to some industry estimates, the gaming industry is pegged at around $160 to $180 billion. The beauty of this industry is, no matter how big a company is, it always has to have a culture of a startup, to challenge the status quo, to disrupt. And it always has to be driven by young energy. The question is, can Japan capture the former glory that it once enjoyed as the undisputed leader in the gaming world? While there is no easy answer to this, one way is to make a dent in the Chinese market, which until recently had banned any foreign publisher from entering their domestic market. Console-based gaming contributes to just 2% of the Chinese market, making it a massive market to expand. What we can expect to see in the future is not necessarily games made in Japan, but made with Japanese sensibilities. The best example of that is Pokémon Go. Since it entered the video game industry, Japan's strength has always been its ability to innovate. This is the beginning of a new era where technologies like AR and XR will take center stage. Last year, it completed the acquisition of Stockholm-based Embark Studios, whose founder led development of the hit Battlefield franchise. In 2022, it invested $400 million for a minority stake in AGBO, the independent studio founded by Anthony and Joe Russo, the creative duo who directed Marvel's Avengers, Endgame, and Avengers, Infinity War. The idea overall with that is to combine what we're really good at, making a virtual world last and grow forever with what they're really good at. Nexon's chief executive, Owen Mahoney, told Reuters. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.